Tons of bikes here. There are bikes in Paris, but not like this. It's getting to the end of August. It's Wednesday, last Wednesday in August. I think it's 26th. Here I am in Rome. I got this add-on. It's pretty great. Thought I'd come out and I've already had one of these today. I went to this really good place. I like to eat and be joyous. I don't even know how you say it. It's new so, but it was non-filtered. A glass to show you that it's non-filtered. I'm wearing shorts in Europe. I'm not going to wear any tomorrow though. Tomorrow I'm going to Vatican City. Today I decided to take the whole day off, except for doing laundry. I had to eat at lunch and drinking some beers. Yeah. I did hella steps yesterday. What else? Yeah, I looked up a laundry and I went with one of the highest rating. It had a picture that said self-service, but when I got over there, there was a guy that just did your laundry. So I don't know, it was really nice and convincing, and he said he'd do it all for 25 euros. And I think I spent, close to 15 to do it in Paris. Not so well, maybe a little less. So I just went with it. He had like a 4.7 on Google and told me the time, and he was right on the money. He did a great job, so he deserved his 4.7. Didn't have any bad dreams about the Colosseum last night. I saw the professor Brad Rosen, who was the drummer in Little Women and the Jack Mormons. He went after the Jack Mormons fell apart. He went back to college with the University of Oregon and got a degree in music and I think a degree in writing. His mentor just died. I looked him up. Sad for Brad. Life's a bitch, man. This place. Kind of think I've realized more why that guy was a jerk on the subway or on the train coming into town. And I think it might be the reputation for Italian men. They don't care what. They don't care anything. They just go for it. So he didn't want to leave her the chance of being around Italian men for a second. That makes sense. They're sharp dressed. Yeah. But there's kind of an index. I'm making up an index right now about the correlation between the free stuff you see thrown out on the streets and the economic health of the place. Like, so if you see pretty good stuff, like might not be bad, thrown out onto the street for someone else to get, then they must be doing pretty well. Pretty simple to figure out, right? I remember at the, so when I moved back to Salt Lake and I was living on 8th East for those few months, 5, 6 months, 7 months, whatever. And I just had this stuff I'd been dragging around, and even though it was kind of good stuff, it just seemed like the time to let it go. Two of them were my parents' little side chairs that were nice, thin woodies, and then I got them upholstered and they were nice, but they were just old and they were kind of ratty again. I thought they looked great with the upholstery I did. I went down to Silver State Suppliers to get it. Another one of those little Greek mom and pop businesses that hung it in there and got big. And one of them was a refinish your furniture. I wonder if that's still there. Probably not. It's probably apartments, but right by Hudson there was a store that was a refinish your furniture thing. That's something I did with my dad once or twice that we really got into when I was young. There was a place right down by where the downtown Hilton was. We did a little stool at least, and so it was a little side table for him. So I threw a bunch of stuff out there, and a day or two they're gone. We go to someplace else, someplace that one man gathers when another man spills. I tell you, my normal life seems very far away when I'm over here, operating on a different set of. It's obviously my self, my long, polished self. But boy, working in a liquor store seems so far away. I went and bought some limoncello. I actually got 2 bottles now. They ranged, I saw them from about $7.50 to most of them were $15. Then I found out the nice liquor store. It was a nice liquor store. It had all this cool kind of like coves and like merchandise thing. It wasn't stocked out to the max. They could put a lot more in there, but it was nice the way they did it, had it separated. No beer. Beer gets excluded. Beer has to go somewhere else most of the time. But wine and liquor. I had a glass of wine last night. Said I want to have 1 glass of wine. Wine, okay. $7. That's okay. Would I rather had beer in there? Adding everything up is going to be fun, but I should probably do it for my budget, my ongoing budget. I got 1 or 2 nuisance junk calls when I usually get several a day, so I don't know. But they are getting through. I don't know how the phone works. Jack got another Facebook account and friended me. So yeah, I think I'll go to Vatican City tomorrow. The museum and to see the Sistine Chapel and everything is like $17, and it's one of these things compared to the Louvre, just exhaustive. So these 2 right here is a good example of the young European couples that I've been seeing that are, boy, they got it all together, man. They look like they're living a great life. Well dressed, good looking, appear to be affluent, and just doing Europe. This is where all the popes are entombed. Pretty interesting. What happens to your body after? Is it important? Some people just say burn it up. I don't think so. I don't know if I want something this ornate, but not under the ground would be great too. Should I tell you my cookie story too, since I already told it to the non-video version? So in Amsterdam, as I was ready to leave, waiting for the train, we're sitting on these little benches around these poles. I looked over and there was this little thing in a bag, and it said cannabis cookies. And it was all very new looking and, and professionally done. They were two celloed together. They had a marijuana leaf on them. They're kind of dark brown, weren't very good looking, but I just looked around and was like, okay, I'll take them, you know. And I took them, and I ate two of them actually. At one late at night, because that's what I used to do with Stewart's cookies. If you can't get to bed, eat a little cookie. And then when I got here this morning, I went through and there's crumbs in the bottom, and there were all the rest of them were gone. There was about three other packets. So they got swiped either here or in Gruyere. The lady in Gruyere, I think she was trying to rip me off. I think she might be a little shady. I'm gonna report her. Fuck her. No, it's just the way. That's the way to keep the world together. I probably should stay when I was at hotels, but that's still cool. No regrets. Just another euro or 3 or 5. Which is just another $1 with 10-15%. Met this Australian couple last night having dinner. Got sat next to them. Started talking to them. They were real nice, and then they go, well, when we come here, we have to tear our money in half. In other words, their money is worth shit here. So, but they were rich enough to do it somehow. So good for them. All right, I guess I'll go lay down here for today. Plan on getting up early, getting a cab, going to Vatican City, doing that. So I can say I did that too. The Coliseum was good, after all. I don't have to tell you all that again. Check my Instagram or my other podcast. I had to buy this. I didn't have to. I realized there was one in there, but there was nothing in here. The first night I got open, the only thing I could find is that on the door, the jamb of this door, and I had this big Heineken and spelled because it was kind of. This is really Italian and sleek. This is not saying Chinese shit. If it is, it's high-grade Chinese shit. And it's a memory of my trip to Italy. Right. Had a bike wreck in Amsterdam. Don't want to pick up their bottle caps and they become part of Roman history, like the Appian Way.